It wouldn't be a game if we couldn't hear you through both mics.
Great.
Yep. All right, cool. So, flashing back to what, 6 months ago for you? For you both?
It
Couple months.
You
was
guys.
April 9th.
Oh, really? It was only that long ago?
Let me look at. I wrote down the date too. April 9th.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's a lot shorter than I remember. Probably a
But
lot
Dustin
longer for
wasn't
you.
there that time. Yeah.
Correct. Well, not much had really happened. You guys had successfully completed your mission of getting the the crystal infused with Grimm's energy from your sacred homeland. You guys brought it into the city, which I think that's the session you weren't there for, right, Dustin? Them meeting Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which the other group really enjoyed your muffins. They all ate your muffins in the other group.
Hey, I didn't come up with a May one. I had a plan, and then I didn't have time, and here we are.
It's okay. They were death tried to kill Jesus at every point.
We.
Not surprising.
Yeah. And then when he got really annoyed when it was given that Jesus was not a real person. And then he was like, "Well, that just makes me want to end his life even more." I'm like, he's just like, "It's just let me get through this, okay? It's an NPC, it's just a player thing." But yeah, Lokar did not enjoy Jesus whatsoever. Or no, Chev. Lokar loved him. Lokar was trying to eat everybody's muffins. So you guys had met Hugo, which he congratulated you guys for completing said mission. Um, Told you guys that you had a 2-day break to go take care of personal needs before you guys reconvened and discussed where to go from here. Does that sound about right for your notes?
Yep.
Okay. So Spooner, nothing really crazy happened there. They
I did
basically.
check on your kids though, and they were fine. Well, I asked him, and he said they were fine.
Well, this is
So
yeah. This is so he had sent one of his lieutenants to look at to look after the orphanage for you, Spooner. I have that in my notes somewhere. Guards. I have he did send somebody because that was one of your requests for helping them out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he did send someone. I have it somewhere. I just can't find it. Um, but they basically told Hugo everything that was going on. And Hugo, Sir Thalion told him that they encountered the Iron Fang tribe, which perked Hugo's interest. Uh, those were the goblins that were helping out whatever that the humans dressed in the Lovoxith clothing that you guys encountered. So he knows about what happened in the mines and that the relations between the Oreeds and Lovoxith are a little shaky at the moment. So he promoted or asked Takiri to be an envoy or what was like a emissary to between the two, right? You have like a political office now.
Yeah.
and I got a physical office too, which confuses Takiri.
Yeah. So that all happened. You guys were given 2 days to respite, and we are going to pretty much pick up right from where the group dispersed from Hugo's meeting. Because as I understand it, you would like to have a conversation with Owen about the origins of your father, correct?
Yes.
So
And
we
it should be noted as well that Takiri did listen in on the entire conversation that Hugo had with Sir Thalion, just so that she could pester him to make something for her,
yes.
which he has agreed to do.
Yes, you were there. The
Yep,
hilariously throughout that entire conversation. Um,
outside the door.
yep. So we
Yep.
are pretty much going to start from there. The group has left Hugo's office, so I will. So Spooner, you can have your meeting with Owen. Um, so I don't know if you would corner him. However, how would you want to set this up? What is the scene in which you are approaching Owen?
Well, I think Spooner would have pulled out his cookbook that he has that um had the messages of his father in it, and he was just he was just kind of a straightforward guy. He'd walk over to Owen. Do you mind if I have a moment of your time, Owen?
Oh, absolutely. What's
Well,
what's going on?
well, a lot has happened. Kind of just growing up knowing that I was different from others. Well, you don't see shiny half-orcs. That's kind of a unique thing for me, and then learning of my father's identity and you having your connections with the old gods. I was wondering, do you know anything of either Gary, or which is my father, or the god that he follows, Ari?
Um, well, not really. Um, but I can maybe, I don't know, see if I can find out.
That would that would make me happy, because I know you have more connections to the knowledge in books and whatnot than I have.
So, do you want me to research, you know, that? I mean, because I can get us into the library if you want.
That would be pleasant. Anything that I could find out about my father or the god that he follows would please me greatly.
Okay. So, when do you want to do this? Do you want to do this now, um do you want to do something before we get together and do this?
Well, we have some downtime. I don't want to take up all your free downtime, but I would be happy to do whatever you would like to do with it. Like, if you want to go to research now, I will go with you. If you want to wait, or whatever, because this is a favor that I am asking.
Um, let's meet for breakfast at the Dunkin' Donkey tomorrow, and then we will go from there. Because maybe I can get some information from my mom. Since she's a teacher at the school, um, and I'll bring that information with us while we go and do some investigating at the library.
Oh, that would make me happy. Thank you,
So you,
Owen.
so you can do whatever you need to tonight. That gives me a chance to um, go over visit with my parents, and then I can ask them some questions and see if they know anything, and then we can whatever I glean from that, we can come back and check out the library and see if there's more stuff in there.
I like that plan.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I'll see you in the morning at the Dunkin' Donkeys,
Okay, I will be there.
and Owen heads off, and we can fast forward if you want.
What would if that's going to be your day? What would you be doing during this time, Takiri?
After she gets done ambushing Sir Thalion, I think she should probably go back out because we were in the building, right?
Yeah, you were in his little tower there.
Yep. I just like stand outside the building until I saw somebody that I knew because I have absolutely no idea how to get to this lieutenant?
There will be guards who can escort you to this lieutenant. His offices will be actually in the same area yours will be in. 1 second. I was just reading Captain Uncle. That's fine.
Oh, boy.
So this is going to be 1 second. All right. So a guard will point you in the direction of a Lucrezia Goma, which is a name I doubt Takiri will remember. And
Did you sneeze?
no, I didn't sneeze, madam. I simply gave the name of the person you were looking for. Please allow me to escort you on behalf of the city.
Can you say one more time?
I'm sorry. I will walk you to her.
No, the sneeze name.
I didn't sneeze, madam. I believe you are misunderstanding, or maybe I'm misunderstanding. I apologize. I don't mean to offend the Oreeds in any way. And he bows and goes to take a knee. Please do not allow my actions to misrepresent the Lovoxian care for Oreed culture. I apologize.
Uh, okay. Uh, yes. Where? Who?
Lucrezia Goma.
Okay.
Goma.
Yeah, I
I
almost said
called-
Gomez.
Goma. Okay. Yes. Please. Thank you.
So walking through the academy grounds, many little barracks is set up, and you guys would, if you were walking through there, you would see kind of like an army base, people marching around, running, doing, obstacle courses for fitness, sword fighting, archery, jousting, all these fun things. They have a few churches here, which you recognize, if you were religious, the symbol of Fallon on them, symbolizing the Night Watch barracks. And he walks you to what looks to be a stoned municipal building. I mean, it's pretty uniform. There's 3 levels to it. There's always the same type of window in a row. Very unflattering building. I don't know how to describe a stone
Number is
building.
this on the map?
This would be in the academy area. This is on the map. It is number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Oh, over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
top right corner. Yep.
Got it.
And this is the building that houses any high-ranking military and their diplomat. That's right, you're a diplomat to for the Oreed people, or for the Lovoxith people to the Oreeds. But he walks you in. There's no secretary. It's just a floor full of offices. Again, wood frame, hard oak, oaken wooden halls line the stone surface. So it just tries to not make it so murky. Nice carpet floors for the walkways, bureaus with rows of filing cabinets for paperwork, stuff that would probably scare Takiri. Occasionally, you see people running back and forth with boxes, couriers carrying documents from one place to another, opening up filing cabinets, sifting through resources, and some rooms would be full of books wall to wall, which may make you squirm. But he does walk you to, and all these offices look exactly the same for the most part. I mean, there's some personal effects in them, but they're very standard. Desk, bookshelves, window, candles, sconces, the only thing that would change would be like paintings or pictures that people would have personal effects. But you do get to the end of one hall on the first floor, and you can see that the further back you go, the rooms do get nicer as far as the way the furniture goes. The polish and the resin, the light coming off of them, it's got a nice shine. You can tell that they're maintained very meticulously. And you get the smell of roses as you come into the doorway of a very, lost her, short, gnomish woman. How did I lose her? Where's she at? There she is. Nope, that's not her. Where did I put this? Sorry, I have like 5 pages open trying to find my notes. There she is. Okay. And as soon as you walk into the door and the guard presents herself, he says, Miss Goma, a Takiri to see you. And she goes, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Miss Takiri, I've gotten letters of your arrival into the city. A diplomat you will be, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Please come in and have a seat.
Okay.
And the guard looks at you and says, Miss, please enjoy your stay in the city.
What was your name?
My name is Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You are most welcome. Would you like me to write it down for you?
No, I have a rock solid memory.
Not sure if you're making a joke. He's afraid to laugh. He just bows. He sees confusion on his face. And he just walks away. It's like, are you going to stand there? Are you going to sit down?
I am sitting.
Oh, I wasn't aware. The Oread culture is so fascinating. So you stand to sit.
Short. No, I'm in this chair.
Oh, I'm sorry. She hops up and sees that you are, in fact, sitting. Oh, well, I'm sorry. The height difference with the chair. So
Yeah.
how can I help you and the O-Reads? Your culture is completely fascinating, and you're the backbone to a lot of craftsman society in the cities. We would do anything to make you guys happy. Where can we start? What would you like us to do? What can we do for you?
Exploding my house.
I can assure you that we are not responsible for any explosions in your house. See, look, look. She has a document that says that from the prospectors that they have at the mining camps,
Ugh.
and none of the. oh, I'm so sorry. Can you not see it in this light? I apologize. And she puts a candle up to it so you can see it better.
That's unnatural.
Oh, the light? I apologize. Here,
No.
how about I just hand it to you, dear? Here, and she goes to hand you the paper. You can see. You can
Curious on
see.
our hands.
You can see that
No.
none of our operations were anywhere in the designated areas. Please look, please.
Ma'am. No.
Okay.
I do not read.
Oh! I'm so sorry. Oh, how unfortunate.
What? Anyway, so I saw people in Lovoxith uniforms blowing holes.
Yes. The Mr. Hugo has notified me of the issue at hand, and and she goes to reach for the paper, and then she stops. I can assure you that we had no people signed off working in those areas. We worked in the zones directed to us by our agreements with the O-Reads. You see she's struggling. She's trying to show you this paper, and she just keeps putting it down. If you could just
N- s-
maybe.
That's not going to help. I saw with my eyes, as did my companions.
And nobody is saying at all that you didn't see what you saw. If you could just look at this document, you would understand what I'm trying to say. And she goes to pull it up again, and she has a
No.
pointer and say, clearly you can see we were not in any of the designated areas.
Hello.
Is this like a map?
Oh,
Oh, hello.
you're like half an hour too late.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I was in the middle of raiding.
No,
What's going on?
no, you're good. We said your name like 9 times, and we thought we were gonna summon you like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Well, were you saying in a mirror?
No,
No. Phoenix
No.
was.
'Cause I don't follow Beetlejuice rules. I'm sorry. I follow Candyman rules. You should have said into a mirror.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time.
Like
That-
Bloody Mary?
I don't know. Maybe Candyman for me though.
okay.
Uh,
All right. Well, next time. That was before we had started our session. I'm sorry. You were the talk of the town for 5 minutes.
I was for what?
I thought you were playing 2 games at once, and then we were all making jokes that you were the only person who could be high enough to do that.
For the record, I was playing 2 games at once earlier.
I know.
Playing Minecraft and World of Warcraft.
Okay, it's for me. It showed Black Ops 6 and something Expedition 33. I was like, "There's no way he's playing both of them at the same time."
No, you can't. No,
That's-
no. That was a misnomer.
That's
Anyway, enjoy
well.
your session. Love to see you, friends.
If anything, we all thought you could be high enough to do it.
I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't pull it off, but you're gonna suck on both. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty kind of requires your full attention. Same with Battlefield requires your full attention.
Well, thank you
Anyway.
for breaking the immersion.
Yeah,
And in comes Chev.
help.
Kidding.
Nighty night, y'all. Have a good one.
See you, boss.
Bye.
Bye.
Not one of you could have backed me up that we were all talking about that. Not one of you could have said something.
I could have, but you wouldn't shut up long enough for me to say anything.
I felt bad.
And he wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you had it.
All right. Sorry. I got nervous.
I'll tell him tomorrow night
There you
when
go.
they have to listen to me as I DM.
Yeah. Sorry. That's my fault. So yes.
Okay. So this thing that she keeps waving at Takiri, is it a map or is it just like a document that's written?
It's a document. It's an order. If you were to read it, it would be a pact that was signed by the Oreeds and Lovoxith as designated zones. There's no map that shows the zones. She could show you the map if you needed it, but it just shows you. It just says that these were the agreed upon sites that they could dig, and that they were signed off. That's all she can really say, is that we dug in the areas we were told to dig in. So if there was any unauthorized mining, it wasn't authorized by the city.
Do you have map?
Of course. And
Is good compromise, maybe.
she gets
I
up
hate
and she starts pulling out file cabinets, and she finds a map of finds a map of the mountain, and you can see it's gridded, and she has X's. There's X's on the grid, with numbers. I'm sorry, there's numbers on the grid for the sites that were designated for development by the city, and none of that. They're all towards the front of the mine, and you guys are more back middle, from what I have on my notes. But where they're mining is nowhere near anywhere you guys would be.
So Takiri's gonna pull egg and gesture with it and show her specifically where we had seen these people.
Yes. That is very good information. Thank you. And we have investigators looking into these claims. Again, we take our relationship with the Oreeds very seriously, as it's your resource that we are allowed to mine. And again, maintaining this relationship is very important to us. And if there's anything we can do to help this or to regain your trust and favor, please, uh, I want to help you achieve this goal of better relations between us and your people.
You talk much.
Uh, I,
It's not me. It's my grandmother. She's very angry.
as
We need to resolve immediately.
and she just stares at you blankly, afraid to say too much.
You
How
send,
can I help that?
you send people to go investigate. Yes?
As long as we are permitted there.
It's, okay. That's uh hmm. Takiri just sits and groans a lot for probably about 5 minutes,
And while you're
trying to
doing
figure
this,
out.
you can see her slowly writing, pulling out a piece of parchment and writing on it. And she
Sorcery.
she goes,
It's
"How dare you insult me with your words?" And she goes to start sliding it. This would give us authorization by you to investigate these areas. And she slowly starts to push the paper towards you. Require
uh
your signature.
what's that?
A mark of your approval that would be recognized by your people.
Uh, hmm. Oh, I know. And Takiri rummaged just around in her bag some more, and she pulls out her favorite rock that she's won the rock game with,
Mm-hmm.
and she hands it to her.
And
Here's seal.
she takes it and is it heavy?
No, it's like a marble size,
Okay.
just a little guy. It's just a little guy.
Is this considered your permission?
Uh, they will recognize stone.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you want anything in return? And she's looking at her desk and she has stamps, notary type stuff, pamphlets, about the city, uh,
I
whatever the medieval equivalent to post-its would be on her
uh,
desk.
no, just I would like rock back when done.
Perfect. Yes, I will. And she pulls out a brown envelope and she signs it. How do you spell your name?
I don't know.
Is that? Oh, slow down. Takira. So she writes what she thinks it is, and she shows it to you, and it's Tikeeryry. I'm sorry, YRE.
Takiri just kind of shrugs. We do not use such runes. I don't know.
Well, then this will just be for us then, and I will give this to our lead investigator, and his
Um,
name. Go ahead.
can I have a friend review this thing?
Of course, yes, please. And we'll do nothing until you bring this back.
Okay, I can take.
Please. Uh, Would you like it in a blank envelope?
Uh, do you have wood box?
She looks around her desk and she sees an index, a roller index that she has, and she just takes the spool out gently and places it down and folds up the paper nicely and creased so it fits inside the box, the Rolodex, and she hands it to you.
A be back. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Lieutenant Erkson?
Yes?
Is that you?
No, no, it is not me. The lieutenant is off for the day, and she looks at the time. Um, is there anything note you would like me to pass to him?
Was told by Hugo to report to him.
Unless I have my days wrong, he is off for the day.
Oh, okay.
Would you,
I come back later.
with you were going doing that regardless, right? With the document that I had given you,
Uh, what?
I gave you the document, dear, to have your friend look at.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's official city business. I um, I would just like to have that back.
yes.
Okay.
I am not thief.
I would never would insinuate you were a thief. It's more of a personal thing for me. They're my reports. I just get a little overprotective about them. I'm sorry.
I bring back uh later.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Maybe in morning or later. Have to find friend.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Thank you.
And what friend are you going to try and find?
Well, let's see. I know that Sir Thalion is unavailable, so she would probably just try to wander around town until she found somebody that she's been paired up with, like Spooner or anybody. I just suddenly forgot everybody's names. Wow.
Well, what do you know?
Owen.
You just happen to find Owen. Where does she find you,
Okay,
Owen?
Um,
perfect.
I'm walking toward the school.
Oh, good. Well, it actually works out because it's close by. So you see Owen.
Owen,
Oh, Takiri. And I walk over to her. How are you?
I need help.
Okay. What's going on?
I have this, and she pulls out the box that's been in her bag and hands it to him.
Okay. Can I open it?
Yes, would be helpful.
Okay. So I open it. What's inside?
Uh, a paper.
Okay.
I don't know how to read.
Okay.
I need you to read and make sure is good for a read.
Okay. So when I read it, what does it say?
It will say that Takiri has asked that the Lovoxith people conduct an investigation into the suspected, we're going to say imposters, or unsanctioned Lovoxan demolitionists mining unsanctioned areas in the Goldo Mountain. And that permission to enter area has been given by Takiri, again, bureaucratic, and provided with symbol for verification or mark for verification, which is going to be in parentheses. It's a marble. whatever describing whatever. What color would it be?
It is tiger eye.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Very.
Yep.
Uh,
On point.
Yeah. Tiger eye marble.
Yeah.
All investigation is to be led by Colvin Dugan, and any and all information is to be shared with Takiri as well as Hugo, or any discovery. No actions for repercussion be taken or punishment doled out by investigating squad. Any you damages accrued during investigation will be taken care of by city, like a bunch of bureaucratic nonsense. So basically saying that if they go anywhere they're not supposed to, there'll be fines that will, they'll be the investigation will stop. Any damages the city take care of, and just to respect and share information as openly as possible.
So I explain this in the most basic way I can. And explain that's like, so this is they're going to send someone to investigate. Looks like you gave permission here with this tiger's eye. And should anything happen, they will make reparations for whatever. And anytime any investigation, you know, if they find anything was done, then they will send for the people, I guess, and reprimand them here, not there.
This. Okay.
You broke up, babe.
Oh, this sounds okay.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to do what you want. The only thing is, didn't say that they would call them back at that time, um, and take them with them, which is kind of worrying because the time it takes for them to get there and to get back, and then for them to get a group to, go back and arrest them or take them into custody, they could still be doing tons of damage.
Oh, you smart. Can you put that in there? Maybe down at the bottom?
Um, I don't think that I would be able to do that. The person that you got this from would have to make a whole new contract saying that
What
that's what you would like them to do. I mean,
what
I'm
if
not a
it's like a little what's the word? Addition that I put symbol to that I made change.
um I don't know if, since you signed it in, is what's the signature of the other person's name?
Technically,
Lucrezia
Takiri didn't
Gomez. You're
sign
fine.
it. She
I
just gave
got you.
her a rock.
Right. I think that she would know the difference between her handwriting and mine.
Well, yes,
Um,
I'm not saying forge, but like put like little star and then star at the bottom of page, and she's trying to really explain like a footnote,
right.
but she
And
doesn't
he
know that term.
understands,
But
but what I'm trying to tell you is that since you two came up with that, it doesn't, me adding something to this contract would pretty much make it null and void if I
oh,
altered it.
I see. What
You would
if
need you would need to go back to her, explain that you would like this clause added, that you want them to bring any suspected, you know, perpetrators back with them, as opposed to leaving them to come back.
you be willing to write on separate
Yeah,
paper?
yeah, yeah.
I, I
It's
take that.
so he'll, I've got paper and parchment, and I sit down and write that she wants the clause that if anyone is found um perpetrating mining in the wrong in areas not condoned for mining, that they should be taken into custody at that moment and brought back for
Hanging. Oh, maybe not hanging.
brought back
Maybe
for judgment and or hold on, brought back for interrogation and possible punishment.
I like it.
this you are very wise.
And I will and at the bottom of it I'll say, please make addendum to contract Owen Goodhope. And he'll fold it up and give her the box back, put it in the box because I know she doesn't like to see the paper, and say, have her take out the white piece of paper instead of the parchment that you've got that on, and have her make the addition to the other one.
Oh, thank you so much. How much money? And I pull out of my little satchel of money.
I don't take money from my friends.
Oh, you are so kind.
You're my friend, so whatever you need, I'll help you with.
Thank you. I might have you look at revised version when done.
Okay. I will be at the Dunkin' Donkeys in the morning at this time. If you have anything, bring it to me there. I'm gonna go visit my parents now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Takeri will wander off with her satchel and box.
I like that. It's nice, good provisioning.
Yep.
Cool.
So now Owen is officially Takeri's attorney.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Okay. Taking that back then.
Yeah, but I mean, Takeri can wander around for a while if you want to let Spooner and
Well,
Owen do something.
they're meeting up tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
Unless
I
you got,
walk
well,
back
that's up to you
with-
guys. Unless you guys want to do it tonight, I don't know.
They had a date for
Yeah.
brunch.
You guys having a dinner date or breakfast date?
Breakfast.
We're
Okay.
having breakfast.
All right. So then, are you going to the library tonight, Owen, or are you?
No, we've already done mine with my mom, so I'm just gonna assume that all the
that's
stuff
right.
that we've talked about with my mom is going to occur now.
Okay, cool. The following morning, you mean?
Yeah. Well, tonight, and so
Oh,
I can
okay.
get up and
Yep.
go in the morning to do what I gotta do.
You mean the initial conversation you had with her?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
yeah.
The stuff that she asked you to do, the library information, that research, or just the conversation before that?
Well, all of the stuff that happened that's going to happen is what happened when I talked to her,
Right.
and I'm going to go do that research in the morning with
Understood.
Spooner with me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Just making sure I had the timeline right. Okay, and then Spooner, what are you
Yep.
doing tonight?
Would Spooner be allowed to go to the? I don't remember if.
The slums?
Yeah, I don't remember if he was allowed. Because of all the closures.
Whoop, you both kind of broke up. What happened?
Better.
Not really. Go for two. Is it bad for you, Tom, or just me?
No, it's bad for me. They're both twanging out.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very metallic-y, twangy sound.
Just making sure.
That better?
Yeah. There you guys are.
I think it's our internet. We might have to reboot our modem, maybe.
At some point, yeah. It's got shitty weather coming through.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's been pissing down rain all day.
It's been what?
Pissing down rain
Oh.
all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't you know? I don't know. Is that a Western term? Do
No,
y'all
it's,
not use that out in the fancy original
no, we
colonies?
didn't. No, yeah. So you would be able to go to the slums. Yep.
We use it here
Yeah,
in
I think.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I think Spooner would check on his kids, as it has been a while for him.
Okay. And the guards have no problem letting you in. They know who you are. They would never ask for papers or check. The guards are more there to keep people in than they're there to stop people from leaving. They don't care that people go in. And when you enter the slums, again, the life there is still the same as it was before. A lot of broken down homes that were probably beautiful at the time that they were erected, and a lot of tarp type living tents. Um, I wouldn't say the cleanest streets. Not that there's trash, but the concrete, the cobblestone slabs of moss and all over them, overgrowth on the buildings, not very well kept at all. A lot of fountains that have not green water but not clear water in them that people clean their clothes in and drink out of. So it's not the cleanest water, but it's potable. You could drink it. You just it's not very safe, or it's not perfectly safe. Um, and then your orphanage would probably be one of the better kept buildings in this because of who you are. I would assume not that you wouldn't help take care of other places, but I doubt your orphanage would be a dump.
No. Spooner would try to keep it as nice as he can. Imagine him walking through the slums after dealing with all this other stuff. He's probably thinking to himself, it only takes chaos on the other side to make the slums not look so bad.
What would a normal stroll through the slums be like for Spooner?
That's a good question. I think
Did you stump yourself?
no, I was listening to Siobhan talk, but she wasn't coming through at all.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear my beautiful singing.
No, now you come through.
No, it's fine. The moment's passed.
She was envisioning Spooner being like Belle and Beauty and the Beast, like singing the song as she's going through the town.
Oh, Bonjour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that for Slowcar and Chev.
Oh, well, and I thought I was being unique. Never mind.
It's fine.
I think Spooner would do his best to try to whistle and kind of be jolly, try to keep a good jolly attitude for the people that don't have it as well in the slums, maybe kind of give them something to smile about. I think he would.
Oh, go ahead.
He'd walk through like because let's see, you said the orphanage, is that towards the front?
Wherever you wanted it. I didn't have a spot for it. I figured it'd be more in the back, but that's me. I don't care where it is.
Compromise right in the middle.
There you go. Center of the street. And as you walk through whistling, you see people start coming out. Not a lot of foot traffic in the slums. People nobody really begging for anything because none of you have anything. There are some not food markets, but places where supplies are delivered to by the city. I guess you'd call it a food market, but it's not an active thing. Like they drop food off maybe twice a week, and then it's busy. But when it's nobody's there. There's nothing to do. But people see you and they would wave or say something or maybe make off-color remarks at Spooner as a joke because it just seems like the kind of guy you are.
Yeah.
You will notice that there is a nice carriage outside of your orphanage. No rider, but it is roped up. It looks like they put in a nice post outside of it to hold the carriage as the horses there. But it is a very lavish looking carriage. Nice, not golden wheels, but they shine. People are staring at it, but nobody's brave enough to get close enough to it. Red burlap or red thick curtains inside the cab. Very nice transportation carriage. I don't know what you call it. And the doors going into the orphanage look clean. Not new, but clean.
That is the nicest post in the whole slums. Well, think Spooner would. Is it like a carriage with like a door or a curtain?
Curtains on the inside. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see the cab. But as I said, there's no driver with it.
Spooner would tap on the side of the carriage.
And then there's nothing. You do hear a hearty laugh from inside, though. It would be dinner time, so I mean, if your orphans are eating, they would probably be eating now.
Hopefully, they're still doing their power squats.
They have strong necks, not legs.
But they got to have strong legs to be able to propel themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They are like little battering rams. It is good to hear laughter. So Spooner will walk into the orphanage.
When you walk in, you see that the amenities have been completely upgraded. The beds, I mean, what would the inside of this place look like before the amenities got upgraded?
You'd walk in and there'd be like a big just open area in the front, and there'd be a big type of excuse me, like a dining table that's in the middle, but the dining table is like different parts of different tables the Spooner has glued together. So it's kind of like a patchwork table. You work with what you got. The walls are different color because he lets the kids decorate. Just it's not going to be lavish. It's just a lot of what Spooner can find to bring back to try to make the orphanage more homely.
I gotcha.
Not homely.
That table would be replaced with a nice wooden oak. We're going to use oak a lot because I can't think of other nice woods.
Bruce.
Spruce, yeah, spruce wood. There you go. It's a nice spruce table. And the beds on the outside, lining the walls, however it is, are all cleaned up, nice framed, nice clean sheets. It smells very clean in here. The walls look the same. The structure hasn't really improved, but all the amenities are upgraded. The kids are wearing normal clothes. You see them eating food that you would see in the city, not at your tables. Maybe your soups or however you make your food, it would be. And they all scream in excitement as they see you, and each one keeps coming up to you, tugging on your shirt, bragging about, look at this shirt, look at what I got, look at these toys. Look at the food, look at my bed. And while all this is going on and everybody's yelling at you, you see a portly, short, dwarven man in the back, dark hair, grayish, black beard, He does have wearing thick glasses, almost as if he was a blacksmith or someone who worked somebody who would need these things to see magnified sight for whatever reason. And next to him is a tall butler, skinny butlerish looking man with riding gloves on. So you would assume that this could be his rider, but he's just sitting back laughing as you enter, smiling, leaning back in a chair away from the table, just enjoying the sight and seeing everybody happy.
Well, think like the very, very first thing is Spooner noticing the table has been upgraded. I think at the same time he feels incredibly happy that, the kids have some nice things. But then there's also that little pang of sadness that was something that he'd put together. Then he kind of pushes that away, and he's just real happy that the kids they get to experience a little bit of normalcy that other kids in not the slums might experience. Well, it's good to see the kids laughing and eating good food and nice clothes. I'm Spooner. I am afraid I do not know you. And he reaches his hand out to shake the dwarfs.
And he gets up and he is dressed in aristocratic clothing, buttoned shirt, way too tight for his girth, but pocket watch, kind of the whole dress to the nines. I'm terrible at describing how people are dressed, but you can tell he's upper class. And greetings, Mr. Spooner. I am Regimil Kolstov, the Marshal of City Provisions and Amenities. It is very nice to meet you, sir. And he grips your hand. He does the clasp it with one hand and puts the other hand over top and just hugs your hand tightly. Or handshake sandwich. There we go. Your kids are most well behaved. Best orphans in Old Pasho. And their necks are as strong as an ox.
Yes, we work really hard to make sure that they have strong necks. I mean, this is on the outside of the orphanage.
If only our guards had necks so strong.
Yes. You're right, yes. I am grateful. I've experienced kindness from people, but people don't really come to the slums to help.
Well,
I,
the city has long-standing tradition of not paying attention to the slums as much as they should. I blame. He gets closer and he puts his hand around your neck, and you can smell his intoxicated breath. He's definitely been drinking. You don't see anything around, but he's the smell of alcohol, deep lagers on his breath. Between you and me, I blame King Sivart, but that is not the issue for today, as this is a great day for you and little orphans. Look how happy they are. You couldn't ask for more, eh?
no, I could not.
Good. Then we agree.
Yes.
No more gifts for children. Come, walk me outside.
Of course.
And the kids rally around him, begging him not to leave and thanking him for everything. And he's patting them on the head and taking out some coins and giving it to them, knowing that they can't buy anything in the slums because nothing's pay for anything. Saying, "Well, yes, of course I'll be back. I'll be back. Very nice to meet you." Being very political. And then walking outside, opening up his and the driver goes and opens up his carriage, and you can see like he's just got nice leather seats, very comfortable in there. There's some food, alcohol. Tell me, Spooner, why do you agree to help City Guard? Just for orphans?
The orphans are a big part of it, yes. I try to find work to be able to afford mediocre things to be able to help. I mean, I don't make a lot of money, and people in the slums, they don't necessarily have a future, but they just seem to be stuck in the same spot. They can't get any bigger than they are. I am a special case, and I hope to be able to bring change here for these people.
Well, change you have brought, my friend. And remember, there are limits to the power of myself in office. But you are happy, yes? This is good?
Of course.
Good, good, good. And you understand that the provisions that they've been giving is completely contingent on your service to our great city, correct?
Yes.
Good, good, good. And if I may need a favor here and there, something done, you'll be most happy to do it, correct?
And what kind of favors?
That will be a time for questions from me, not from you. I mean, it's all about the orphans, right? As long as they're happy and well fed, their bellies full, you'll do as I ask, and when needed, correct?
As long as it doesn't go against my code, I will help.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm glad we were finally be able to meet. And rest assured, your orphans will be most well taken care of. Food deliveries weekly and protected as well. Uh, if we shall communicate again, it will probably not be from me, but through subordinate. But if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or my office. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Spooner.
It is.
And
Stick out a hand.
and he shakes it again. And while he's shaking, he says, "And if there are any issues, I would prefer you not to go to Hugo. You come to me if you have issues. If you go to Hugo, then I have to tell Hugo certain things, and let's just say that I may have gone above and beyond what he had asked, and I wouldn't want to see your children feeling sad or missing the nice things that they have. So, again, any information you keep between me and you. No, Hugo.
He's a busy man.
Good. Great! Wonderful. All right, then. Well, I know where you'll be, and this post shall be mailbox, and if I need to get in touch with you, please check it daily, if you do not mind.
Of course, I will check.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'll let you get your orphans. I do not want to hold you. I have banquet of my own. Have a good night, sir.
You too.
He gets in, and you see him immediately starting to pour himself a long drink as he rides off.
Very curious man.
I hate him.
Well,
I have this distinct feeling that Takiri hates this man. I don't know why, but I just feel it in my bones.
I don't care if Takiri hates him. Takiri don't even know him.
Nope, she doesn't. Siobhan hates him.
Yeah.
Takiri doesn't give a shit.
Oh, Spooner feels a little of the joy that he had coming home kind of seep away, so he turns around and walks into the orphanage and puts that into a little tiny box and puts it in the back of his brain. And kind of celebrates the nice things with the kids.
And they are happier than you have ever seen them. Not have ever seen them, because they absolutely love and appreciate everything you've done, and that'll always come first for them. But seeing them outside of that, this would like come second. So
Yeah.
their love and affinity for you and what you've done, and their respect for what you have done will never be taken away or toppled. They know, like they're smart enough to be able to see the difference between somebody throwing money at a problem and the love and dedication you put into them. And while they celebrate their stuff, they tell you that they were able to they were made sure to save the stuff that you had built for them, as well. So all your stuff is still saved. They wouldn't let them take any of the stuff that you have made for them.
That makes Spooner smile.
They just didn't want to upset the pretty man, as they call him.
Pretty man with the Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
Fucking Santa Claus.
Well, it's nice to have nice clothes, huh?
As opposed to the holes, yes. Your spoon makes great soup, but it doesn't fix clothing.
Well, I will try to learn how to sew, so maybe I could patch holes in the future. I have big hands, it's not as easy. But
We love your... Nope, not saying that.
Nope, don't. Nope,
That's not myself.
nope.
I can't do orphans. Can we be done with talking to the orphans? Everything I say, I feel like it's going to be creepy. Oh, man.
yeah, we can move on.
No. Is there anything you want to say to that? No, go ahead. I was just messing. Go ahead.
How long was he here for?
They tell you that he has been here. It's been, I think, 3 days since you set out. So he had come the day after you had started. You had set out.
Been here 2 days.
2 days. Okay. So yeah. So he came the day after, or today, I guess would be right. Yes. So he came today. First thing in the morning, and had been there the entire day. They do tell you that he asked a lot of general questions, and asked what their hopes and dreams were, what their favorite toys and foods were, so that way he could get a list going. He asked a lot of questions about you, what you do, where you go, your friends and acquaintances in the slums, how much time you spend working in the slums versus how much time you're out in the city. But he got a very detailed account of what you provide, what you do for them, and everything about the kids. So he has a complete dossier of you and them. He did individual. He was never alone with any of them. They kind of did like a round robin, talking around the room, as there's nowhere to really be alone. That wouldn't be inappropriate. But yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you guys don't know everything about me, huh? Well, I'm glad you're safe from all of the chaos that is happening in the city. You are well fed, it seems, and clothes are good.
Very
I
well
couldn't be happy.
fed. And there's a lot of new faces around here.
For orphans?
Orphans and people that don't have homes anymore.
Well, everyone here is welcome. Now we must get you guys all on the power squats and the neck weights.
Oh my God.
But we just ate dinner.
You gotta wait at least an hour.
Yeah. It's story
swimming.
time.
Well, then I guess we need to work on the legs and
Story.
Spooner. Tell them about the. Yeah, maybe that's probably not the best story to tell.
The time he what?
What story?
The knuckle breaking story.
Oh God. Yeah. No, maybe not tell them that.
Nah. I think Gary, or not Gary, Jesus Christ. Spooner would make up some kind of a story like based about his father, but not necessarily come out and saying it's his father. But like Spooner trying to make up stories of how he thinks maybe his father was. And about the old gods and that seems to be kind of where Spooner's head is kind of circling around. So
Okay.
my dad's real important guy, and I brag about my dad, but not knowing anything about my dad.
And they don't know their father, so that's kind of messed up that you're bragging about your dad to them, but okay.
Well, no, he's not saying that, oh, this is about my dad, but to Spooner, he's talking about his dad, but not saying it's about his dad. He's just
Okay.
talking about
I gotcha.
Yeah, he's like, who here doesn't have a dad? Raise your hand.
They all, well, none of them do because they look at you as their daddy. See,
That's right.
that didn't even sound right.
Okay.
Who's your daddy?
End scene.
All right. So before we end this night and move on to the morning, is Takiri going back?
Yes.
Okay. Takiri, after meeting with Owen and you head back, you notice that the building is not as full of life as it was before. A lot of office doors shut and closed. You get to Lucrezia's office and you see that it is open and she has a note on her desk. If you were to read it, it would say, stepped out for dinner. If you wouldn't mind leaving the parchment in an envelope until she has one on the desk and shutting the door, lock the door behind you, that would be fantastic. Whether or not Takiri sees and or reads that, I have no idea.
Well, Takiri can't read, so she's definitely not going to read it. So she just sits down on the floor, not in the chair, and just pulls out her rocks and just starts playing rocks, which is AKA marbles.
Perfect. And
While she waits.
1 second. And you will hear some chain or some steel boots scraping across the stone part of the floor, clearly not walking on the carpet for whatever reason, you don't know. And a man passes through the doorway wearing the crimson Lovoxith guard colors, and not dressed in like full chainmail, but dressed in like battle ready armor. And he walks past the door, sees you, and then turns around and says, "Excuse me, madam, would you happen to be of the O-Reeds?"
Yes.
Ah. And would you be a Takiri Silma?
Yeah. That
Wonderful.
is me.
Why are you in Lucrezia's office? I'm sorry. How rude of me to talk over you. Go ahead.
Who are you? You know me. I don't know you.
Well, I have, and he pulls out a picture of you and a rolled up parchment, likeness drawn of you, as I was trying to find you all day. I am Lieutenant Erkson.
I was told you were out for the day.
Yes, and then I was in when I heard that somebody was looking for me. Miss Gomez notified me of your arrival.
I'm waiting for her to come back.
And he looks over at the note on the desk, and he walks over and he looks at it and looks at you. Did you see the note that she left for you?
I see that, and I gesture at the paper.
Right. Well, she would like if you would drop off some document in this envelope and leave her office locked.
Mm, no. I need to speak with her. I guess I come back tomorrow
And what would you need to speak with her about?
about document
May I
changes.
see this document?
Yes. And I will pull out the little box.
And he opens it questioningly because he can see that it's a Rolodex that they all use here. And he looks over it and reads and says, okay, and what do you need to speak with her about this? This seems pretty straightforward.
Changes
What
on
change?
white paper.
Ah, and he pulls the white paper out of the box and reads this. So you would like there to be an armed escort with the detectives then?
I would like. I wish Owen was here.
Oh,
I
and
would.
he says with a question.
Good Hope.
Oh,
My friend.
I wasn't aware you were friends with a town celebrity.
Yes, we are
My name's
tight.
at the bottom of the form, the addendum page.
And look, and he has apparently gone over this document as his name's at the bottom of the addendum page. I understand. Does he speak for you then? Or in this manner, right for you?
Yes, my people do not read and use these runes, so he assisted.
Perfect. And he goes and he sits behind Lucrezia's desk and pulls out the same document and starts writing it up. And he finishes the revisions and said, does this look good to you?
I still cannot read. I will take to Owen to review.
There's not time to take it to Mr. Goodhope. I have written
You
exactly what he wrote here. Can you sign off on this or not?
no, until it is reviewed. That is bad practice.
Well, his signature is here, and this is a carbon copy. I can put his note in with the pamphlet, so if there's any discrepancies, they can look at it and understand that this came from Mr. Goodhope himself.
Are you pushing me?
I would like to get to the bottom of this investigation, which is why you are being assigned to me. As any
I would too, but I want to make sure it is done properly.
well, that is why I was hoping to have audience with you a day that I was scheduled to be on. I would like you to go with the inspectors and make sure this investigation is conducted thoroughly. And having a set of eyes on this, familiar with the territory, would aid them in any efforts. You'll see things that they will miss.
To my home. Yes?
Yes.
In the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this I will do. Yes.
Do not
I
want.
like this even better.
I do not want to waste any time with this matter. I want to get things done as quickly as possible and to find out what happened in those mines.
I do not see as waste of time.
You don't see putting this off another day as a waste of time.
No, I don't see this whole thing as being a waste of time, which is what you implied.
No, I implied that you going and seeing Mr. Goodhope and taking more time from this document being processed was a waste of time. I'm going to give you exactly what you asked for and ask that you head this up personally. I want this sanctioned and on the books as soon as possible.
I see. Yes, this is good. Yes.
Wonderful.
When we go.
I would not ask that you report to me, as you are a diplomat to the O'Reeds, but I would appreciate it if you would keep me apprised of any information that you feel uncomfortable sharing with any parties tied to this investigation.
Understand that sentence at all, but okay.
If for any reason you don't trust the inspector or the guards that are accompanying you, I would like you to be able to confide in me, or hope that you can confide in me, any information that you felt you were not able to share with them.
Are you not the one assigning them?
I am, but just because I assign someone doesn't mean they are 100% trustworthy.
Then why assign them?
That's their job. That faith. This isn't a theological debate. He is a person who has a position, and I am always open to the idea that everyone isn't who they seem to be. For all I know, that you could be lying about this. This would be a good chance. For all you know, I could be. Then he just stops then because he could keep going on and on. It doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is,
I think I understand
I
what you're saying.
want to make sure the safety and well-being of your people are prioritized, and that if you feel uncomfortable with those that you are sent with, that you can come and talk to me.
Okay. Who am I going with?
You're going with Detective. I said it earlier. It's something Dugan, Mr. Dugan, as well as an armed escort, and the person we have working down there who is where in my notes? I can't find where I have that written, but there is a no. He's also sending you with the prospector that they had that oversees mining operations down there.
Do they have names?
They do. I'm trying to find it. I have it written. I thought I had it written. I have everything, all the quest lines I have broken up into separate folders. So
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, and for some reason I don't have her information because you guys were supposed to see her.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's the one that Hugo told you guys to meet, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna not do that, and I'm just gonna go into my home, and I'll have it. I'll give it back to you later. I'll give it.
Madrid Bombosa?
That sounds right. I don't know where that is in
Okay.
my notes, but it's in there somewhere.
See, I write things down.
Yes, she's the one who's overseeing operations. That.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. No, that was it.
Does the escort have a name?
No, they're just two guards. And they're only there. They're only there provisionally, as you requested, in case somebody needs to be detained or incarcerated.
Two. I'm pretty sure one's name is Jake. Okay, perfect. Got it.
Wonderful. Well, it was nice to meet you. My office is on the second floor, right above Miss Lucretius.
Okay, when do we leave?
I will have them meet you at your earliest convenience.
What time of day is it?
It's nighttime.
I sleep first.
Wonderful.
Okay, I sleep here?
Yes, you have lodgings on the third floor.
Oh.
Your room key, and we'll say Hugo had given it to you.
Oh.
It has been given common amenities, any special effects or any requests you have, feel free to pass that on to Hugo through courier. Just leave a. He looks at you. How about you just tell me what you want, and I will send a message to Hugo on your behalf.
Can you show me where room is?
Yep. And he walks you up there, and this floor has not as many offices. They're ready to go rooms. So are ready to live in rooms. So they have bed, living room, full kitchen, shower, like an extended stay. But there's nothing. They're just bare essentials, and some dried meats and fruits with various containers of liquid juice, water, and milk. But anything you require, food, blanket, amenities, let me know, and I will send a message to Hugo, since you apparently incapable in a good way. I respect every culture.
That was slightly rude.
Well, I'm a little abrasive. I'm sure you'll
I see.
become to appreciate that.
I will see. Thank you.
Am I to understand that you're also a queen?
No. No.
My queen.
I am in line. My grandmother is the mother. I am in line to be the mother.
So some semblance of royal hierarchy in your culture, then.
Is more religious, less crowns.
Well, a loose queen, as I understand it, through word of mouth on the streets. Someone is going.
I want to be referred to as a loose queen.
It's too late.
Canon.
Loose queen.
Gary gets around. She's loose.
She's a loose queen.
Okay. This is fine.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll leave you to it.
Gary will lay down on the floor and go to sleep.
Okay. All right, so we will fast forward to the morning where Spooner and Owen meet up for breakfast.
All right, I show up and order a hot chocolate and a scone or whatever, a muffin or something.
Spooner will walk in. Hey. This is muffin of the month. Have you tried this, Owen?
I have not. Isn't it the muffin with meat?
Is it the muffin with meat?
That's a Siobhan
we'll go with
question.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, wait. No, this is the one with the egg inside. We're still on the egg one because I was lazy and didn't do a May one because I didn't have time.
I will
Sure.
take egg muffin and warm water.
And they hand you a cup of warm water.
Yes.
It's not lukewarm milk this time.
No,
I'd
it's
almost
too
have-
early for that. The cold water hurts my teeth.
They suggest you should probably brush more.
You try finding toothpaste in the slums.
You got tons of toothpaste now, dog.
Well, I've had like 2 days worth of funds. It's not going to reverse itself in 2 days.
Gotta start brushing your teeth with your spoon.
I might. Good morning, Owen.
Good morning.
Did you sleep well?
I slept all right. It was nice to be in my own bed instead of, you know, out in the wilderness sleeping on the ground.
This is nice.
How about yourself? How are things at the orphanage?
It's complicated. Like I get there and there is a very nice carriage. Like super nice compared to anything in the slums, and well, it was tied to a very nice post, definitely the nicest post in the whole slums.
Hmm.
So that's nice, but there there was a dwarf and a butler in there that were giving the kids nice things like new clothes and food, and the kids were very nice. They got new tables, and it is nice to see the kids get to experience things that people in the city take for granted. But this, his name is Reginald, was it?
It was
Missed
Reginald.
opportunity to call him Daddy Warbucks.
Reginald Kolstav, overseer of city
Reginald.
provisions and amenities.
His name was Reginald Coolstaff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get a good feeling with him. Like, he wants favors for from me to keep getting nice things for kids at the orphanage.
Like what kind of nice
Yeah.
things is he doing for the kids at the orphanage?
Like clothes, food.
Oh, so
Not,
basic,
not like,
like basic necessary things.
well, we get low quality food already, but he's giving them nice food and stuff. But he screams shady, like, don't
Hmm.
know. I might have to do some research on him. But he does not want me to talk to Hugo about him, so that's red flags.
Hmm. Well, how about you don't talk to Hugo about him?
Yes, I will.
And he just and Owen just sort of winks at you.
Yes. Let him do his thing.
Let's,
Anyway,
if anything weird should go on with him, let me know.
I will.
Okay. So basically, when I talked to my mom, she didn't have a whole lot. She just said that Ari was like the builder god, and she didn't have a whole lot of information. She gave me the name of a couple of books that I could probably pull up when we go to research.
The Builder God. Interesting.
She didn't know a whole bunch about him since she's you know hasn't she hasn't studied religion as much as she has other things. so she doesn't know a whole lot about him. I will
Well,
say
that's
that he has been in my head a couple times.
really.
It's hard to tell when they're all talking at once. So, I mean, there's not very many that I know of based on, you know, their history. Only
I have
certain
a,
few stand out.
I have a question about your. I don't want to call it a god problem because I don't know if it is a problem for you. But if you touch something that belonged to the god or something that's like a worship item and you hold that, can you communicate with that god? Does it become more
Um,
clear?
it's never happened before, but we can try.
Interesting. This was just something that I was thinking about as I was walking back to the orphanage. I thought maybe if you touched the spoon or the book, maybe it would do something, but you did touch the spoon before.
Yeah. And it didn't, like I said, it usually doesn't work that way. They usually just, if I'm needing to know something or wanting to know something, it's like they all fight to talk down a tunnel. Have you have if that makes any sense? Like there's a long tube and there's like six people trying to yell in the tube all at the same time and me understand them.
It's, it's like trying to run two exercises with the orphans. They all try to speak at the same time. Hard to
Yeah.
focus on one child.
And you right, unless you specifically focus on one over the other, and then they all get mad when you focus on one voice over another voice. So I usually just let them all talk and try to sort it out later because mad gods just give me a headache.
Yes, that seems very unpleasant. I couldn't imagine having all those voices in my head. I would be annoyed all the time.
If they would get together and talk to each other, it might be a different situation. But I'm not that lucky.
I well, I do appreciate you speaking with your mother.
So we can go to the library and I will get these books and we can look into them and see what we can find out.
Yes, I would like that.
All right. So we end up at um the library.
Yep.
I will sit us down at a table.
And you will see a very hunched over old halfling woman wearing a very pale sweater with a looks like a scarf kind of wrapped around her neck. It's warm in here, but she is dressed as if it is cold. Long brown slacks that come just past her feet. She's kind of stepping on them as she's walking. The typical glasses with the beads on them that have the beads on off the back that hold it so it doesn't fall off her neck. And
Right.
the fact that she's a halfling and hunched over probably makes her look like a gnome in height. Um, but she's pushing a cart very slowly, almost. What the hell's the word? Not stumbling. You limping. There we go. And she sees you both sit down, and she goes. She makes her way over and goes, "My, such young men at the library today. How can I help you in the reliquary?"
So I got a list of books
Keep your
we're
voice
looking to
down,
explore.
son, please. It's a library after all.
Okay,
There's
I've got a
people
list
trying to read.
I've got a list of books. I look around. Is there anybody in there
What?
besides us? Is there, out of character, is there anyone else
Oh.
in the library with the exception of us?
There's definitely people in here reading. I mean,
Okay.
it's your mother had asked you to go to a reliquary. It's a place that only those in the academy would have access to, but there
Okay.
are a bunch of researchers here. No common people would be here.
Gotcha.
And you have heard stories of dealing with the annoying but knowledgeable Berthy Hansel. Um, and she has dealt with a few other of your compatriots. But yes,
Is it Berthy or Bertha?
Berthy. I put an E on the end instead of an A. It's Berthy.
Okay. Hansel. So I'll just hand her the list of books and I'll whisper, I need to get these books for my mother. Her name
Oh,
is
Colleen. Yes. Such a nice lady. Why are you one of her research assistants?
I'm her son, Owen.
Oh, her son Owen's such a nice, handsome boy. I love him. He comes in here all the time and he says, "Hey, Miss Hansel," and I just wave at him. I'm kind of his favorite.
You are definitely my favorite.
Oh, that's so nice of you. It's always nice to be and appreciate it. And who are you, young sir? Are you lost?
No, I am here with Owen. I'm Spooner.
Oh, Owen's here. If you see him, tell him I said hi.
Owen, she says hi.
Yes,
I
he does
I
have
just
a ability to hear those from a distance, doesn't he? God bless him, or
Yes.
gods in his case.
so I'll just move out of her way and come up on the other side.
Owen! Go ahead, sorry.
And be like, oh, Miss Hansel, it's so wonderful to see you.
Owen!
Like in a quiet voice.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice. And you remembered to keep your voice down. That's very important around here. See, I just met your friend, Spamey.
Yes, Spooner.
Yes.
Did he give you the list of my mother's books?
Oh, he did, and I've got them already. And she just starts handing you books off the cart.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Your mother, I found one that I know she just love. Please, I'll be right back. Read, go, please
Okay.
enjoy yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And you see her hobbling ass go down a couple of aisles, and you see that she heads to a staircase, and below you know that they keep very old texts in here, stuff that you typically need permission to read or have one of the magus attend with you, as they have control the magics that keep the pages pristine when you touch them, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Like it's their way of keeping the books healthy. I don't know what the proper
Right.
word is.
Yeah,
but
in pristine condition. Yeah, it
And-
keeps them safe.
And she does hand you. Sorry, I just saw what Siobhan said. She does hand you some books that are relative to stuff that your mom wants. Conjuration seals, components, religious fanatics, religious science fiction, or religious fiction. There we go. But nothing that just from the title that you would think would help. Stuff that you would get if you were just trying to dip your toe in the research that you guys have already done.
Right.
While looking through that, about an hour later, she comes back up, and you can see that she's holding a book that's bound in very thick cloth. And she walks up to you, Spooner, and says, "Oh, your friend's back. Spoonie. I found a very important old book. I would much rather give this to Mr. Goodhope, but if you're friends with him, I'm sure you'll give it to him, correct?
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Wonderful. Uh, Here you go. Make sure you bring it back 1 week from today. I can't stamp it because it's so old, like me.
No.
And you'll make sure this gets to Colleen, right?
Would hand deliver it to myself.
Wonderful. Um, s- I don't know what it is about you, Spoonie, but she pulls a book out of her back pocket. There's something about you made me think you'd like this book. And she hands you, it's a little out there for my taste, but you're a little out there as well. And she hands it to you, and it's a book about Tales of Asha. And
Interesting.
the book that she gives him, Owen, is titled The Internal Crusade of Johin the Arcanist. And it is a very old book, but it feels, when you open up the pages, it looks and feels brand new.
Okay.
It would have to be old, and it would have to be important for it to be down there. So if you wanted to carbon date it, you probably could, but for the care that they would take for this book, it's not something they would just hand to somebody. Whether she be absent-minded and not really paying attention to the rules, but this book is of significant importance as far as its age and context. But yeah. Are you reading? And what are you doing with the book?
So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to hand Spooner a book and be like, so we can read these and see if we, what we can find out about everything. I will take and open the book and start reading.
Okay. And that is what you will get from that. And your quick synopsis. Spooner, when you open this book up, it follows the tale of a young man named Ari and his adventures through Asha, meeting, and it only talks about his time in the Sandral Isles up to his death. So there's scriptures of Roofman and like all the other people in there.
Just killed it.
What?
That just killed the immersion. I was like, yeah, this is Roof Man.
What?
Yeah.
Roofman was an intricate part of his adventure.
I know, but it just is so stupid sounding. It's so funny.
It was
Sorry.
his name. It's canon. It was his name. I can't do anything
I
with it.
know.
But yes, talking about your adventures with Roofman, and the book ends with him seeing his dying in sin, seeing his old friends aboard a monastery in the sky.
Hilarious.
The names in this book are not any names that people would generally know as like outside of Ari, but it is the beginning of his story, and it does say volume 1 on this.
Oh. Looks like this could be a trilogy. Make screenplay of it.
So as Owen is reading, you notice that his eyes start to glow, kind of a white bluish color, and he starts moving his head to scan, like his eyes aren't moving, but his head is moving to read. And he reaches out to you and he grabs your hand, and you see a bright white light. And when the light is gone, you are no longer sitting in the library. You are in front of a an inn. It's a small inn in a small city. There are it's an older place. The roads are a very um like clay bricks. They have a clay brick road, and it runs through the middle of town. Around you, you see people going about their day. It seems early, and you can't. You don't feel like you're in control of what's going on, but you can see what's going on, almost if you were behind someone else's eyes. Um, you start to move into the tavern, which has its door open. There's a sign that has today's specials written on it. Um, it says like a seared beef with um, creamy potatoes and corn salad. You walk inside. There are a few people sitting down, and there is a beautiful woman behind the bar. She has jet black hair, very shiny, and she looks when you walk in, and she says, "Find your place." So she says, "Find yourself a place to sit, and I'll be with you in a moment." And you see her um, start to, pour drinks and move to hand them out. She, you walk over to a table and sit down. There is a um, make do menu on the wall next to the that everyone can see from everywhere inside the bar. It's right next to the bar, and it's got today's special on it, and then other things that are normally everyday items like chicken and you know prime steak and a list of sides. Um, it's got a listing of all the ales and drinks that they have, and gives prices and things like that, um, so that you can decide. And she walks over and she says, "What can I get you for lunch?" And you hear a voice. Well, there's a voice speaking, but you can't hear the voice. And apparently they're ordering, and obviously there's some flirting going on, but you can't hear it. Because she flushes and she says, "You're just too much." And she goes back behind the bar, makes your drinks, and heads, over to the kitchen area where all of the stuff is cooking, and you can see all of that is out. There's no walls or anything separating the kitchen. It's all just there. Ales on one side and the kitchen on the other. And um, she walks back out, brings you a plate of food, and it goes white again. And when you can see again, you are sitting at a different table, and she is the waitress that you've been talking to, or it's talking to you, comes over and she's like, "Oh, you're here again." And he you can tell he's flirting with her because he comes out, or because she starts to flush a little bit, and she goes, "Maybe." And she walks off and gets lunch. And this happens a few more times, over like probably 5 or 6 more times, where they have interactions. Uh, After like the sixth time, um, the flash of light breaks, and she is standing out in front of the inn, and you feel yourself reach up to kiss her, or the whatever you're seeing from reaches up, and they share an intimate kiss, and she leads him into the inn to where you know they have a bedroom. She shuts the door, and you know flashes to a different day. You get the sense that they are starting to become a couple, um, and he has moved in, and he is helping her with different things. Whoever you're in is helping her do all this stuff. Um, and then flash again, and she is expecting. Um, and then another flash. She is. You're standing in the inn. You've got a, or you're standing in the bedroom, her bedroom in the inn, and there is two other people in there with her, two women, and one of them's got a hot bucket of water, and she is sprawled out ready to have this child. And you see this baby come out with dark black hair, and you just feel an overwhelming sense of pride and happiness flood through your body, um in your mind as you see all this going on. um Flash again. The baby is now a toddler walking around. You are keeping the baby as she's out, um minding the minding the inn. And then another flash, and you feel a sense of dread, and um a sense of knowing that you can't be there anymore, a sense that evil is rising or something dark is coming. Um, Flash to her and the baby asleep, and you walking out the door filled with regret. Um, and then oh, you it flashes again, and you wake up in the library.
Wow. This was more than I could have hoped for, Owen. Did you see what I saw?
Um, Owen's like, "What are you talking about? Why am I touching you? What's going on?"
Do you propose to me? I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I mean,
Your
the
eyes.
gods have done stranger things.
Your
Because I was
eyes.
just because I was just reading this book.
You looked at me and your eyes were glowing, and you put your hand out, and then I was transported to a different place. And but I was looking out of the eyes of somebody that I didn't know at first. But then I saw my mother, which
Actually, let me go back a little bit before it come out. As he's leaving and he feels that regret, he walks over to the stove, touches the spoon, and you see a shimmer go over the spoon. Then he touches a pot, a shimmer goes over the pot, and then he touches the frying pan, and a shimmer goes over the frying pan, and then it ends. And you would recognize that spoon as yours.
this well, I got to feel emotions from my father after I was born, and
And when you
It's
think about it, you can see that sometimes in some of the memories, um, the woman is holding a book, and you can almost it almost feels like it's your book, the book that you have.
my father had to leave responsibilities and what. But I could feel the sorrow in him having to leave, so it wasn't like father that just wanted to rot and leave, you know. So, wow.
It's a very sad situation. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm glad that he didn't have to leave because of his own doing.
No, it's not sad. This is happy. I mean, I didn't get to see his face because I was looking out of his eyes, but I got to feel his feelings, so that makes me happy that he didn't leave because, you know, he didn't want to raise family. He had higher responsibilities. I can respect that. It was hard seeing my mother after her being gone for so long. It was hard speaking to her ghost a few days ago. Cherish the time you have with your parents, Owen. It's a wonderful thing.
He just nods at you and he says he will.
This is a wonderful gift you've given me, Owen. I cannot even begin to express my appreciation.
I, I I don't know if I gave that gift to you or not. Um, Maybe the gods used me to give you this gift. Because I don't remember any of what happened there. I just remember reading this book, and then it's like I fell asleep reading.
Makes for a wonderful day. Now I have
It makes for a confusing time when you when you black out.
this. I would agree with you there. I apologize if it was any discomfort.
Well, I mean, I didn't feel anything, so I guess that's a good thing. I just don't remember what happened.
Lots of good memories for me in a short amount of time. That's. Oi. Spooner's trying not to squirt a few tears.
Since I'll wait. Go ahead.
Is somebody cutting onions in here? Well, should we take these books to your mother?
Yes, yes.
You guys will. You might want to write this down on your sheets. You guys will be able to share each other's vision once a day, or like once or situation or something like that. But you guys can share that power now to share each other's sight. However, we'll just do one charge a day. That'll be good enough for now. So you'll be able to see through each other's eyes if needed. Like, not at the same time. Like, you could choose to do it once a day, whenever.
So did you understand what I was saying? Like, I mean, I don't know if I could share that with anybody else. I mean, I do have them yelling in my head, so it makes sense that they would
Right. I'm just
use
saying.
me as their conduit.
Right. And what I'm saying is, since he used you, yeah, I'm just trying to give you. That was really good. So I'm just trying to give you guys a bonus for that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, this is completely unrelated to what that was.
Gotcha.
I'm just giving you
Gotcha.
guys
Gotcha.
that I thought that was really cool. So I'm giving anytime you do that with someone, we'll give you that ability. You guys will be able to share each other's vision.
Sweet. That's cool. Bird day.
So I will,
Sick.
Spooner and I will take books to my mom,
Okay.
and she can feed us dinner.
Yep. Your mom will take that book and she will make you dinner, and then you will lose her as she is going to read that book and pore over it and draw whatever hypothesis she can from that.
Right. I will make sure that I give her a big hug and kiss before she leaves.
Again, that's just like the quick version of that whole story.
Right.
If it made sense.
Oh, it did.
And then I threw a tie in there for you. I don't know if you caught it. It's part of your backstory, but Ashkani, the name of the
Yep.
person. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Then that will be that, and that'll bring us to. So that next day, when Takiri wakes up, what is she doing?
What'd she do? She would get up. This was nice floor to sleep on. I am not Russian.
Pulls the bed over top of you like a blanket.
Yeah. She would just wander around the building until she was able to find either, the detective or somebody, whoever she's supposed to be traveling with, or find somebody that would know who these people were to point her in the right direction.
They're gonna meet you after Hugo's thing. After the next session. So this is like a free time day for you.
Oh, I thought I was leaving to go to the thing immediately, was the impression I got.
Oh, I thought so too.
Because Irksome was in such a hurry.
You know what? I guess that's true. So we will, that'll be a separate session. Then we will role play that out.
Okay.
Obviously I can't get into that tonight. It's almost 10:30. So yes, that's my fault. That is correct. We will do that. So my apologies. I didn't even think about that. Do you want to be in that session, or do you want and have it be then and retcon my fuck up, or would you like to be with everybody and then go do that?
I mean, honestly, Takiri would want to go as soon as possible.
Okay, then we will do that. I will put that in there. I'll do the session with everybody, and then I'll do your session after that, and then because it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Should I still just at least sit in as a casual observer?
If you
even
want, if you
Takiri's
want to,
not there?
yeah, that's fine.
Well, I don't know if it would be beneficial. That way people don't have to try to tell me shit.
No, that's up to you. That's completely up to you. So it's more so just that me going to be figuring out what everybody wants to do, share their information, and then go from there. I'm not going to do anything crazy because you know how it
I
gets.
thought it was like a big old lore drop or something.
It's me trying to, whatever anybody wants to share with who, and then me figuring out where everybody wants to move on to. So, like, Tom's already told me kind of what he wants to do, and I'm going to see who, just seeing where everybody's at, where they want to go.
Here he's going to the mountain.
There you go. We will role play that out. Okay, cool. Thank you. And that
That's
will
fun.
be that.
Yeah.
Okay.